You are now watching Day 1 through 15 of 30 by Miss Suzy Q Chicago. We would like to welcome you to like every page and subscribe, and also share this video, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. So just sit back and enjoy.
Let's just start off with the fact that early that morning I needed to hit the ATM to get some money so that I can get me one of those little Starbucks teas. Look at how my day is starting off. Next, I'm driving towards work and run into two deers. Yes, two deers. I was freaking out. In the city,
Had to Santa let them loose since it's almost Christmas time.
no one really ever expects to see two deers running. And it actually looks like they were looking for somebody. I'ma just call them the gangsta deers for the day from Chicago. I had to go over to my work site. This building is under investigation for fraudulence. I'll tell y'all about that more later. What's funny is Chicago give you that hot and cold winter summer weather in the same day. Now I'm leaving work and get stuck behind the parade. Now I'm not gonna trip. The parade looked it real nice or whatever, but I got things to do. Like, come on, little parade. After the investigation at work, the deers, and the parade, I owe myself a cocktail for the night. Well, let's see how this goes. All right, a drink it is. So I'm pulling up to the little spot I've been to previously. Last time I was here, two girls got into it about their baby daddies outside down the street. But, you know, that's just here or there. Not only am I going to get me a cocktail, I need me something to eat. It seemed like everything was going real cool. I just wasn't feeling the club vibe for some reason. After I got my drink, I went on and skedaddled on up out of there. Like, you know what? Let me go. My hunger was definitely taking over my mind. I decided to ride over by Maxwell's real quick to go get me something to eat. This lady just kept looking at me like she was crazy, saying, "Bitch, can I get something to eat?" Then she said, "Excuse me, I mean, ma'am." I told her, "No, the bitch don't have no money today." My friend called me and asked me to meet him at the steakhouse. Now, if that wasn't perfect timing, but for real though, I couldn't stop thinking about those deers by the expressway. On top of me having to go to the gym in the morning to work all this food off. I definitely could say I enjoyed my dinner date, even though it gave me the boo-boo guts right after I finished eating. But in the hood, it's always a siren or some trouble going on. So I'm about to get in the house and out the way. The sunrise is everything. A new day, a new start, a new beginning. Chicago traffic is like cheese eggs with eggshells in it. The family and I were headed to the store. Then we rode past this house that looks more like the demon sculpture house. It had gargoyles and devils. This was definitely different from what we have seen before, or any house in Chicago. Me and the family went on and headed to our storage. After the storage, we hit the grocery store. I decided to cook some salad and a whole entire meal before my 5 p.m. football game. I've been playing flag football for 12 years, and I still got what it takes to bring it to the field. We definitely won that game, which I was happy about. Now, $6.75, that is ridiculous. Hopefully I make it home or find a cheaper gas station, because I'm not paying that. I can definitely say the day started off just a tad bit weird. Walking my son to school, and all of a sudden I saw this. A man with a folding chair on his bike. I don't know what this world is coming to, but anyhow, dropped my baby off at school. End up getting on the phone with one of my homies. I was letting him know that my cousin was having a costume party and decided at the last minute to cancel the doggone costume party. I said, "Well, cousin, let's go out then." He said no. I had to tell my homie I'm not planning nothing else with cuz no more. Had me out here dressed and ready for nothing. They say the hood is the same everywhere, but I would have to disagree. South side of Chicago and the west side of Chicago are definitely two different hoods, even though they're in the same city. I had to go do a quick peek in on the building that the company I'm working for is investigating. Yeah, I walked through a few of the hallways and made a few notes. My job is really done here. I guess I can go. But before leaving, I had to run into this big ass spider. It literally almost took my head off.
Downtown Chicago.
I definitely love my city, but every neighborhood don't look like this. Surprise, I'm headed on another date to Joe's. I decided to take a few selfies in the bathroom first. Chink, 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 chink. Now let me warn you ahead of time, this restaurant is not cheap, baby. I'm not gonna lie, check out this food. Picture perfect like my city, baby. Where the money still have to be made and the dead is laid. And gangsters are raised. The sunrise always gives me life. The energy I get from it is epic. This picture-perfect sunrise is supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. I definitely get my meditation on. Right in Chicago, baby. From the kids going to school to the homeless in front of the police station. Well, the migrants or immigrant. To tell you the truth, life seems to be going backwards sometimes. Honest, we've had homelessness in the city forever. But it's very puzzling how immigrants could come here and our homeless people are still in bad shape. I decided to call my dad and tell him how life been lifing. When I made it up to the gas station, this old lady and this young lady got into it over some Harold's chicken. They literally was trying to take each other's head off. I told my daddy I stayed out of it and mind my business. Next, I was a witness to a drug exchange deal. I did not want to see that. I promise you nothing ceased to amaze me. But I had to cook macaroni and cheese, string beans, chitlins, potato salad, apple pie, ham, and roses. My daddy said, "Oh, Suzy, that sounded so good." Next, I get into an accident with this lady, and then she had the nerve to stick her middle finger out at me. I told the lady to pull over to the side. To be honest, I was ready to fight her, when really I was just trying to get to the gas station. But she slid in front of me like she was crazy. Now, daddy, you know I don't have all my marbles. First of all, she got out the car drunk as hell. Then she had the nerve to hit my car. I was like, bitch. Next, she came over to my window like she was on some type of drug. She stepped up and say, "Miss Bougie, what is your insurance company?" I got that lady information and left. I was tired. I was done with the whole day. The world below seems so different from the eye of a bird. And when it come to me, things can be right up under my eyes and I can still not see it. Yes, my car started giving me problems this morning. Had to get it charged up before I went to go see my friend at his wake. Life seems to throw punches that can break a rib cage, right along with your mental capacity if you let it. Now, y'all know I'm a football girl. This is where I find fun, my peace of mind, my tackles, and my touchdowns. Just thinking about how my daddy always keep me laughing makes me feel so good inside. I definitely had to hit the job site again. This is definitely not what I came to work to see. I'm turning around and mind my business. Even though the day seemed so long, I still decided to go to my friend's repast. One of my homies that was taking it real hard needed a ride home and said he also needed a moment to himself. He got out the car and walked away and just started breaking down. It was just breaking down real hard. You have to remember, pain has to be released somehow. My old friend Ace Man called me to come over before I headed home. He told me everything was for sale. I told him, you could have showed me this on the phone, Ace Man. But he did just turn 90 years old. Home sweet home I go. Finally time to rest, and it's a full moon. The day started off very delightful. My friend was coming into town and asked me to pick them up from the airport. I definitely did, considering I still had to be at work. This investigation get interesting more every day, and residents were still expected to ride the elevator, even after this puddle of blood was seen. Definitely notes taken. I had to take my kids to target practice after seeing that. I'm telling you, my kids are natural when it comes to the little gun. Trust me, everybody was safe. It's only a little BB gun, but I had to teach them, do not get played with. I started teaching them survival moves just in case it's ever an apocalypse. Safety is first. I'm definitely going to be the type of mother that's going to train her kids how to survive, how to protect themselves, also how to be great at what they're good at. After target practice, I went to go get some rice from the grocery store. For some reason, I never knew that it was so many different type of rices. I decided to go over to my friend's house to watch the Bulls game. Instead, people were partying, they were loud and dancing, having so much fun, and I just really was enjoying myself. But I promise you, the Bulls game was definitely hitting. All of a sudden, I turned around and then I saw this. They were falling. I said, "Oh wow, you're doing way too much." It seemed like it took him forever to get up. I told them, "Are we watching the Bull games or are we entertaining each other?" I guess no one's listening to me, so I'll drink my drink and watch the game. Truly, what a day. Dreams come to dreamers, but it seems like reality hits differently. Today, me and the kids are going to feed the homeless and to give them some things that may be needed during this cold season. From gloves to alcohol to toothpaste to toothbrushes, gasoline, we got it all. Bar soap may be good, but I feel like liquid soap may be a little better for them. My kids really enjoy going to feed the homeless. I have a non-for-profit called the Breaking Bread Community. The Breaking Bread Community is a non-for-profit that caters to the youth in the communities of Chicago and communities in general, and cater to the elderly. We would love to be known for bridging the gap with resources that can offer better opportunities to our communities. Not only did we prepare things that we had purchased, other people had sponsored what they could in this annual movement right along with people that donated. We stopped at several locations and we also created a hashtag that said Chicago Feed Chicago First. It's sad to think about how cold it can get in Chicago or anywhere in the world, and people have to stand out. The whole time I'm outside feeding the homeless, my mother's in the hospital sick. I'm sitting here thinking about her and I can't stop thinking about her. But once I finish doing my good deed for the world, I'm definitely going to see my mom. This is just the beginning of my day. You only get one mother. You have to do things to keep your adrenaline and energy going. Because if you don't, you're going to be drained, stressed, and depressed. I feel good about feeding the homeless, but I'm sad about my mom. I told my people it's time for us to wrap it up. I'm ready to go. We were out there for several hours at different locations. It was definitely a success. When I arrived at the hospital, my mother was doing so much better. I decided to go downtown because my friends was having a yacht party. So I got a room for the night downtown so that I can have some me time. Everything was cool until this happened.
How about that?
I'd have been mad.
You ain't maintaining to get me pissed off.
I didn't ask your opinion.
I beat it out.
Oh, go ahead and beat it out, man. We'll talk about it later. I'm not worried.
It was too much going on at the yacht party. I decided to go ahead to my room downtown. I went and changed because they had drinks at the yacht party, but they didn't have food. So now I'm hungry. Not only does this food look good, but it was supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. It tasted superb. And yes, all that food was for me. On my way to the hotel, you know the first question we asked, do you have a pool? I definitely went and enjoyed me. The stresses of life can weigh you down if you let it. This year has taught me to no longer be ashamed. Embrace me, love me, accept me, because my life is full of unexpected twists and turns. What a day. A full moon and it's time for rest. The desire to be great definitely does not come without consequences. Haters seem to do anything to make themselves look good and make you look bad. Now when we look at this cat, what is it really doing? Not giving no fuck on who's watching. The Harper Theater is an historical landscape in Hyde Park, Chicago. This is where I had my first event after obtaining my LLC. For those that have businesses, you have to do your annual report. Every time I come here, I be excited and nervous. They smacked a reinstatement fee on me for every business. Got me looking like, ooh, I know what I have to do and I know what it takes. I have become more determined about myself this year than I have ever been before in my life. I realized I was systematically trained to not step out the box. But right now, I'm just like that cat, exposing myself. I really don't care who knows and sees and feels however they feel and see. Because one thing for sure, everybody has a mask that they wear. Whether it's at work, whether it's at church, whether it's with your friends. Just remember this one thing. When people talk about you, it's just like smoke in the air. But trust me, it evaporates. You got this, baby girl, I always tell myself. So a man thinketh, so a man is. I'm gonna put the good foot forward and keep a positive attitude. Today I had to be on the set as Miss Suzy May. Oh, I enjoy being her so much. As I create these different characters, I'm learning to perfect them too. I definitely could say that oatmeal raisin and toast did me some good on my way to my son's soccer game. Let's go, Barack! My son is actually a natural. And I got my mom ready and brought her out with us too. What? Don't she look good, y'all? Not only was my son telling the refs what he needed to do and the rules to the game, he was correct. Barack won the game with the winning point. Invest in your kids. You know me, always trying to find some space to do a TikTok. Anyway, I went straight to the bathroom. Decided to take the kids on home before I headed to open mic, but look what we run into. A situation. This guy was fleeing the police on a motorcycle. Yep, he got caught, helicopters and all. I truly realized that I can never have just a regular day. So I got dressed and made it to open mic safe. Let me get this work in. Because I know tomorrow is not promised. So I take each day as it comes. Right when I thought the night was ending, a man was walking off the expressway. They say full moons make the water rise. The city life is fast. And if you from the country, you might as well put your running shoes on. The fact is, people will race you to a stop sign just to look at you weird when you pull up. Downtown Chicago is always so festive. The department stores definitely be having everything on sale. So I go shopping to get me a fuse and tools. Because I always seem to be shopping for everybody but myself. I was trying to get this little set down until I noticed the doggone stick was right in front of me. Sometimes I could be so silly. But I'll take, 2 of these to go. I need to hurry up so I can get up out of here. I had got so much stuff I decided to take the elevator down and ran into a woman and say she had just won $1.8 million. Hell, I started jumping with her. She told me I've been waiting on this for a long time, baby girl. The lottery has finally paid off. I decided to get a lady my phone number and everything. Call me. Told her to give me a call. Bless me if you could, because it's hard out here for a pimp. Later that evening, I met my auntie at a gym shoe ball. I started dancing, thinking about the lady who won the $1.8 million on the elevator. I was saying to myself, I really hope she do call me. This was actually my first gym shoe ball ever. It was a church event and I enjoyed myself. It was good seeing people that I hadn't seen in a while. From the nice luxury ballroom back to the hood. Remember that life is unpredictable. No matter how carefully we plan or how certain we feel about our path, life seems to throw surprises our way. The energy we put in this world definitely comes back to us. Your reputation is built on how you conduct yourself and treat others. Believe it or not, Chicago got some nice places in the hood. Don't always think living in the hood mean broke, because some of our people in the community are really doing good for themselves. Choose to be a force of good and watch everything around you flourish. Chicago skyline is second to none, baby. But I promise you, this comedy drama has hit the fan. I'm gonna focus on having a good day at work today. We'll go and behold as soon as I walk in the door from the stairway. I really hate that the people in this facility have to go through this, but I do believe in time they will have the upper hand. I heard the tenant saying there was absolutely no water in the building because a pipe had busted. I've taken enough notes today. I'm about to leave now. I have been craving fruit, baby, so to Walmart I go. These grapefruits be the best, but I'm gonna have to get them a little more pinker to go. I also had a taste for some strawberries and ice cream, but to be honest, the paper towels was the hardest to choose from. Time to skedaddle. I have a date tonight, but this the song that came on before my date.
Let me beat it till the morning. Sneak a link, you know I'm thuggin' and I'm horny, bitch. Bring that air to me. Bitch, you mad, fuck your nigga, purr pussy. 69, let me eat it while you lookin'.
Woo! This is just the first part of the date. Winning and losing is a game itself. What some may look at as a kick or knockdown, others will look at it as a blessing in disguise. Be a player that don't get played. One morning I woke up and everybody was calling me, telling me I had went viral. When I looked, I did, on somebody else's page. Now, I have heard of Tubi, but I've never heard of Tubi Movie Star. This is a Twitter account that posted my video when it went viral. I literally was not expecting this at all. Within 24 hours, I had 2.4 million views on somebody else's page. The comments that people left had me excited for months. But to be honest, the first couple of months of comedy was hectic. I could be wrong, but I don't feel like anybody has been through as much as I've been through as a new comic. First, we have Judge Matt. I actually was on his show 2 times suing the same person. This is where it really started. I don't feel like I was given a fair chance either time. Let's hate Suzy, she still jokes. Not only was I invited to group parties to watch this episode, this struck the fire for a lot of other comics to join the bandwagon. This was really just the beginning. I never expected what happened next. Life is full of unexpected twists and turns, and it is not easy to embrace the things that are out of our control. Decided to go to the storage early only to realize that my key didn't work and the office is closed. I have a vendor's event this evening. Let's see how this goes. If it's not one thing, it's you know the rest of it. Decided to take my youngest baby girl to breakfast. She looked at me and said, "Ma, with the deaths in the family, all this comedy beef, and Grandma, are you okay?" To be honest, I'm not. The smile on my face is the cover-up of the pain I endure. I stay strong because options are slim. People were contacting me from everywhere, but the moment I thought I was having some peace, I received a phone call and someone informed me that a comedian was talking about me very harshly live. I decided to entertain her negativity with an inbox to a comedy group chat. I was threatened and bullied. This is because I refuse to be phony with smiles and hugs. Surround yourself with those who support you and care about you. Wanting attention and being influenced are two different things. This is one comedian, y'all. She called her Poopa Charlotte. I'm not naming this motherfucker. Fuck that shit.
Oh boy.
Embrace the lesson that comes with acceptance and trust that everything happens for a reason. This is even too much for a juggler to juggle. This is the joke in court they said I stole. This is one comedian, y'all. She called her Poopa Charlotte. I'm not naming this motherfucker. Fuck that shit.
Oh boy.
At this point, I'm under a magnifying glass on the comedy scene. I created a poem called Bitches, and after that, received messages in my inbox. This chick got offended and assumed that my bitch poem was about her. This is the same person I assume created the word Charlotte. People actually went to this girl and told her I stole her Charlotte joke. Don't make yourself relevant by using my name. This showed me that some people would rather be in drama than to work together. So I do skits all the time and everywhere. You thought that's where it ended? I had an ex-wife contact me about her ex-husband that innocently did a skit with me in the club with other men. She had the courage to inform me that I knew that was her husband. Well, ex. Seemed like people like to play around with money when it comes to these comedy shows. I was in a comedy game for 4 weeks before I did my first show at Riddles. My group came and showed up and showed out. I definitely came with a team. To tell you the truth, I'm missing about 10 people. On this pitch, a comedian should never. It's normal to experience a roller coaster of emotion, but it is also important for you to process them. Grief is a unique and personal experience. Make sure you give yourself time to heal. Went to go see my friend at the hospital. No one was there to let me in. Seemed like as soon as I get a grip on things are going backwards and then it speeds up. My family has been hit with a few deaths. So as I prepare my mind for my cousin's funeral, I was on the obituary to sing, but I was not called up. The mayor of Chicago spoke so highly of my cousin. Everything was so nice at the funeral. After the phenomenal woman poem, you'll never believe what happened. Can you tell me what happened today?
It was a death at the funeral, goddamn.
Oh my God.
Death at the funeral.
And how did that happen? I mean, what did people do? What happened?
He was dead and then he was risen.
So he rose from the dead.
That man rose from the dead.
Oh, he got a story then.
He is alive.
You witnessed this.
Firsthand.
Okay, so they just let me know that they all witnessed a death at the funeral. How you feel, Rodney? Are you? You back? You back?
They didn't want me.
We laughing about it now, but it was really traumatizing. It's definitely more to the story. Boy, I tell you. It is good to engage in activities that help you recharge. Sometimes you have to accept things as it is, even if you don't like it. It takes courage to acknowledge your mistakes and make amends. Embrace the opportunity to learn and grow, as I do with my cousin because she got it going on. She is classy, educated, and well. She stay dropping them gems about the hay and the horses. She is one of the oldest in the family and jazzier than ever. She wanted to make sure everybody was okay after that tragedy at the funeral. I told her, yeah, everybody okay. She said, all right. Hey, cousin, you 2023 master graduate. To be honest, my auntie been praying since we got here. Wait, did she just hear me? The family is still kind of shook from earlier, but that didn't stop us. It's always good to make the best of any situation. We have award-winning Broadway dancers in my family. Now upstairs, they danced and danced. My little trio is definitely looking good. Go ahead and eat your food, baby. Don't stop. Mama's pretty, baby. Sugar, sugar, shake, shake. Back downstairs I go. Can you tell me what happened today?
I have no idea.
Oh my God. Excuse me. Can you please tell me what happened today, ma'am?
Oh my God. I was just, mourning, or actually celebrating the life of my auntie, and all of a sudden, someone screamed.
Screamed.
He's not breathing!
He's not breathing. Oh my God. Okay.
Oh, somebody call 911, he's not breathing!
Oh my God, he wasn't breathing. Was he breathing?
I have no idea. There was a swarm of people.
A lot of people, right, okay.
Oh, snap. And there's footage.
Oh, there's footage? Oh God, let me see. I can't. I'll know it. Let's. I've learned to trust the process. Even if things seem unbelievable, don't mean that they're not true.
Oh, snap. And there's footage.
Oh, there's footage?
There's footage.
Oh God, let me see. I can't. I'll know it. Let's see what Oh, and you kept the camera on. That's very odd. Excuse me, can you tell me what happened today? To have this documented. I mean, everybody has a story about what happened today. It was like a death at a funeral. Like a death at what happened today. A death at a funeral. You witnessed a death at a funeral. Was you there today? I just want to know what happened today. What did you see today? A death at a funeral.
Crazy.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.
That nigga Ray slid up in there like, I got Narcan. I got Narcan. He had the survival kit. He had like 4 of them motherfuckers. He was shoving them bitches in his nose. Like, it's too much. Not having that conversation.
Why you got it on hand?
Why you got it on deck? You got the survival. Do we need to say why it's on deck for? Like,
we are getting to the bottom of this. Every family is different, but we all go through similar situations. This one right here, a little far-fetched.
this ain't why it's on deck for. Like, we know what it is.
There ain't nobody gonna believe that. What happened today?
I took medication. I was drinking on.
There ain't nobody gonna believe that.
Just kicked in.
It kicked in and kicked you out.
Tried to. They wasn't calling me. They weren't ready for me.
And so what happened? You passed out and then what?
I just remember I'm at the hospital. Yeah.
So you ain't see nobody at the funeral home going into the ambulance.
I just remember
Waking up at the
in the ambulance. Waking up in the ambulance. I was scared. I saw him trying to get out of that motherfucker. I was asking them where they was taking me.
Who you saved? Who saved you? Did the people at the church save you?
One of y'all did.
I don't wanna. But amen to that. Well, here we go.
One of y'all, somebody.
Cousin came to us and apologized for scaring us and traumatizing us earlier today at the funeral. We laughing now, but it wasn't funny then. To one, much is given, much is required. They say blood is thicker than water, and it is. After cousin finished apologizing, he gave us this little smile smirk like he was a little Houdini or something. We all just laughed it off because we didn't make it a big deal. We just happy cuz is still alive or came back to life. Not only was we kicking it, people upstairs was kicking it. Like, it was so off the chain, and the vibe was so off the chain. The food was so good. My cousin was talking about the blessing that had happened at the funeral today. They act like I didn't hear him, but I heard him. I walked back past, and basically my cousins was like, you know what? We're grateful. We're so thankful to God that he lived. Hey, yeah, this is something worth celebrating. Yeah. Come on, kids, come in here and celebrate. We made the best of this situation. This repast was second to none. My cousin loved shouting, doing her shout dance. Go on, girl, hallelujah. Within your life, identify the aspects of the situation that are within your control and take action. During your time of coping, do things that include exercising, spending time in nature, practicing mindfulness, or indulging in hobbies. Communication with friends and family is also very important. People love to tell you everything's gonna be okay and that you're gonna heal, but no one ever tells you how. I'm glad I finally made it through this day.
So I'm telling the nigga, you know what I'm saying? He asked me to get him up off the bed and shit to help him out the hospital. I'm like, nigga, you just died, so I can't do that. You know what I'm saying? Bitch, you just died. Like,
he just what?
He just died. You fucking gonna help him off
And then he
for?
wanted you to help him off for what? That's
The fucking table at the goddamn hospital. The mom say, man, it fucked up my shit. Boy, do what he say. And they say, man, fucked up my shit.
Cut my shit.
He's a fucking hater because I should have wore that tie first. But this nigga died at his sister's funeral. Crazy shit. Let's start there. Let's start on my J-Man shit. Let's start there. Crazy shit.
Is that true?
I wanted something to eat.
Is that true?
Folks say, what is something?
I told him, get me off this bed.
He said you died at the funeral. Is that true?
I was gone, but he took care of me.
You was gone. Where was you at?
I don't even know.
They took fool to the motherfucking hospital. You know what I'm saying? Over at St. Bernard. You know what I'm talking about? I slid back there and talked to him. As soon as I step at the door, nigga talking about help me off the bed. Bitch, you just died. I ain't help you off no motherfucking bed. Fuck you talking about? Man, they cut my shit.
Rache wanted that
You was
time.
dead though. You would have never wore that shirt again.
Of course, nigga. We cutting your tie, your shirt, your everything.
So they cut your tie.
Cut me all the way up. And Rache said,
Shit out your face.
where your shirt and tie? I threw a little piece of the tie in front of him. Hey, he did this. Man, fuck it. Now tell him what happened.
I wanted the tie, folks. Real shit. I ain't gonna front. Man, you gotta stay here. You gotta stay here so they can help you out. Whatever they help you out with. So folks like, man, so when can I get out of here? You can't tonight in my notion.
He came in. He the only one that said, you know what, Pops, you couldn't leave that way. I said, what you talking about, Jay? He said, I know you wasn't leaving that way, and I did this. They said, you know what, Rache? I went there, them motherfuckers turned me away. I was up there I was in heaven, I was feeling good. Them niggas said, get the fuck up out of here. What the fuck wrong with you? They sent my ass back to hang with y'all, so I'm here. Look here, I'm back. I love y'all.
See,
Love you too, Bob.
Hey, man.
That shit was crazy though. Like this nigga died at the funeral, bro.
Right. What's my name?
Nigga died at the funeral.
Rodney, Uncle Rodney.
We know that you have enjoyed 1 through 15 days of 30. Go ahead and push that like and comment and subscribe and share. 16 through 30 coming up next.